Hi there, welcome back to Tyranny, and yeah, let's leave this damn spire thing. We have the incomplete charcoal rubbing for the sunset spire, but we probably need to find something else that tells us about the possible order or something of the charcoal rubbing, because it doesn't really make sense, right? We put the symbols on so that it gives the final symbol. And it absolutely makes no sense at all. So, yeah. We can just go back and try if we can get to the other charcoal rubbing here. I mean, they look pretty similar, right? We probably need to find a third charcoal rubbing, or possible charcoal rubbing, to be able to get through this. And where could this be? Where indeed? I mean, it should be here, as this looks like
Can't do
it.
that. Slow and steady.
But it is not here. So what we need to do now is probably we need to find out. Because we were here at the spire, we should probably talk to... how was the commander called of this favored? I mean, we have found out that she sent in some guys, so... to the old walls, so we should ask her. Maybe she knows something. Or maybe we have a symbol like out here in the old walls, or in one of the houses where you could see the old walls. I remember there was a house, so... Let's see, we have a lot of guys still there, and this is one of the houses close to the old walls. So let's go in there again. And let's find out, because I think there might just be something here. This is what I remembered. The back wall of this home has long since crumbled away, revealing the old walls behind it.
I'll stay downwind of our enemies. Can't do that.
Yeah, but doesn't seem like it's important. It should be, though. There could be something. So that was the house I wanted to check.
Slow and steady.
Now let's check on, I think, Wintara, was it? And then let's actually ask the old man about the old walls. There's Biotus, there's Swanson. I think Wintara was down here, yeah. She's down here. Hey there. How do you do, Wintara? Fatebinder, you have returned. Yeah. I mean, what can I help you with? Can you give me some information on what's happening here? The matter of a thief. Alright, still that thief. And we cannot ask her about the important things. Why she sent men over there. We've got the Sunrise District here. Can we move here to the Sunrise District? Is that a thing? Sunrise Falls, or is that just called the Sunrise? I think it is called just the Sunrise District. So these were our two leads. I am doubtful. I mean, there's another house here. Have we been into that? Otherwise, we'll go to the old man again. See if we can find out something. And there's Kalia and Kalion. Not interested. And Kalion. Also not interested. Then let's go back to the town leader. Maybe he knows something. And let's look at the journal too, but I really dislike using the journal. It's so much more fun to figure out what to do often. Eldian's house, that was it. Look at the journal. Determine the significance of the rubbing. Continue your search to determine what its significance might be, or search for more of the image. You appear to have uncovered enough of the symbol to see the completed image. Examine it to see what it looks like. Yeah, we have done that, but we haven't found it. Find a way to the spire. We have done that. Find a way to ascend. Yeah. Let's stare at that thing again. Oh, and there's also Kyros' edict. Oh, let's read it. Ascension Hall has not been taken by my forces before the morning on the Day of Swords. All in the valley when this edict is passed will perish. Interesting. Leaving the full design a mystery for now. Yeah, but I mean, there's the circle and there's this stuff. How does it even work? So let's ask the old man about it again. May the silence of peace and the jangling of rings both follow you in all the things. Can this old fool do for you? Some questions. About the spire. Can I enter the old walls? Oh, alright. Nothing new here. Oh, look at that. Now I see it. What? Alright. Interesting. Oh, nice. I mean, look at that. We can get recruits for our spire. What? Hey, that was unexpected. Maybe I should check these, maybe I should check these again and again. Nice. Yeah, alright. So we have our own spire. Yeah, that's really cool. Can get camping supplies. So we can get supplies and we can get trainers. Very good. Provides food to take into battle. Oh, nice. And unique items for sale? I don't know. But I really like someone producing weapons for us. And also providing food to take into battle. That's cool too. So I have these two. Very nice. So we have some kind of fortress here as well as in Pillars of Eternity, it seems. So yeah, I mean that's really cool. Oh, look at that! Unlike most enemies, Bane deal large amounts of arcane damage. Your normal defenses won't work as well against them. Maybe we'll have to find. Maybe we'll definitely have to find these Bane guys and where they are. Oh, everything so strange, so new. We should talk to Lantry again, also about the painting. He made a comment as well about it, so he might know something. I can't wrap my head around it. Must be pretty simple because I don't see it. If something is complicated, I often see it instantly, but if something is like simple, like I just don't get it. It's really cruel, and I'm also pretty bad at solving riddles. Not word riddles. I'm extremely good at word riddles, Scrabble and stuff. I'm also good at like mathematical riddles, but not at geometry riddles. Like I was always bad in geometry. At like I would get algebra, I would get full points, and geometry I would get nearly no points at all. And I mean, this reflects that, right? So, let's speak with Lantry.
At your service.
I've got some questions for you.
Semi-reliable font of knowledge.
Arcane matters?
And I'd be happy to oblige. Ever since the fall of the Vellum Citadel, it is hard to find someone with whom I can discuss such things.
Alright, and what do you know of the spires? History used to say that the older realms built the spires. These days you will hear children repeating that Kyros built them. Guess that's the new history. There are spires all over Tyranny, though I don't know the count, maybe 40 or so. 5 of them mine the tiers, and generally the spires follow the old walls, often occurring at junctions in the old masonry. The mountain spire is a notable exception. The other spires in the tiers connect to the old walls, but the mountain spire is just freestanding, a sore thumb in the middle of the tiers. Any idea as to their purpose? Lightning rod? Perch from which to survey the lands below? Signposts for a society of folks that flew like birds? On this matter I have only conjecture and flights of fancy. The best hypothesis I've heard is that they were all built at the sites of major settlements now long gone. So maybe their haphazard placement is a hint about how the maps of old might have looked. And I really like that you can discuss with your companions the actual state of the game. I mean, Lantry really knows. Any idea why magic works better near the spires? The sages, oh, I forgot the Lantry voice. The sages liken the phenomenon to heat radiating from a candle. The air is just thicker with magic the closer you get to the spire. It can be a deadly trying to work spells close to a spire if you aren't wise to the effect. I'd be famous if I could tell you why this happened. I've always assumed they are the magical equivalent of river sources. Just as water endlessly flows from certain special sites, so too there are places where magic pours endlessly from a natural source. Any idea who built that structure on top of the mountain spire, though? Now that you mentioned it. Know any sculptures with superhuman strength and the power to fly? If not, I'm out of ideas. Structurally speaking, it looks vaguely, and I do mean vaguely, similar to the sculptures in the old Academy of Tides. And if that were the case, I think we'd know more. The symbols on the structure certainly look like they could be related to the symbols found in the old walls, so I'm all but certain that the structure was built by the same craftsman that built the spire. Let's speak of something else.
I'd be happy to oblige. Ever since the fall of the Vellum Citadel, it is hard to find someone with whom I can discuss such things.
And, are you familiar with the old walls, old man?
Familiar is a relative term. I think I know more than most, but it's a subject of mystery, even to the scholars. Though, I must admit, in addition to my reading, I've ventured into the old walls on occasion, and soiled many undergarments in the process.
Do you know who built them, or why? We can only seem to agree that they were built. There's no consensus as to the who of it. We generally use the old realms or older realms when describing the folk that must have done all this construction ages ago. That's also where the young realms got their name indirectly. Azure, Stalwart, and all them are older than you and I, but compared to the old world, they're babies. As for the why, that's anybody's guess. I've always assumed it's an ancient road and aqueduct network. You just needed to fence off your neighbors. You wouldn't have such elaborate, expensive masonry on the inside. What sorts of things have you seen there in the forbidden old walls, aside from the terrifying bane? Well, every section of the old walls has its own jaw-dropping architecture. I've seen bridges that move when someone's near, mystical barriers that must have been standing for eons. And I've seen remains. So many remains, a lot of them. Sages from centuries past, or hapless drifters that must have been desperate for shelter. What fascinates me most are the symbols found on the interior architecture. I can't help but think if we shared notes with other old world explorers, we might someday decipher the meanings. But Kyros forbids exploration of the old walls. You do know that, right? Did the Tearsmen have similar laws? In typical younger realms fashion, entering the old walls was never illegal, but plundering them was. The logic being that which rests in the old walls belongs to your local ruler, not you. The noble houses made a point of buying up anything that came out of the old walls. Plenty of ancient stuff in there, but sometimes you find stuff that's just a generation old, left by the last fool trying to search for treasure. Yeah, like that fool we found there, right? And if you've been through the old walls, you must be familiar with the Bane. Tell me about them. More so than is healthy. I've seen one rip a young scribe in half with its nebulous talons, and I've run away from more than my fair share of angry Bane. That sounds redundant. They all seem angry. Heard all sorts of theories on the Bane. I heard they were dead mages, the nightmares of Archons come to life. One sage believes they're Kyros' children. Guess if you have enough ink and parchment, you can crap out any dumb idea. I confess to know very little, and stick to what can be observed. They appear cunning, but lacking language, and they have animal-like qualities, but they seem drawn only to magic and commotion. Food and water seem irrelevant to them.
And I'd be happy to oblige. Ever since the fall of the Vellum Citadel, it is hard to find someone with whom I can discuss such things.
Let's speak of other matters, and that's all for now. So we're none the wiser. We must try, probably. Try to find out. Thank you for watching, and for being so patient. Yeah. we'll see what we can do with that pattern in the next episode. We'll have to do something, right? We have to find out now. That's the thing for the next episode. We'll just decipher that thing and hopefully go up the spire and maybe get another spire for us. Happy gaming, and thank you for watching. This is Immanuel signing out. Wishing you a good time.